This is Dee with DJ Designs, and today I want to show you two of the items that I added to my wine accessory collection. I started to do a niche of wine accessories. I did a study on how many wine drinkers and wine lovers there are, and I thought it would be a good idea to try to focus on some of the wine accessories, some of the hard to find ones, some of the unique ones. And I came up with two of these items that I recently added. One is this box that I made out of 6mm birchwood. I did get this in Home Depot, and I had it cut down, although there are sheets that you can purchase if you have a smaller bed. And also this clock. I was afraid of clocks, but I'm going to show you an easy way how to make this clock. Stay tuned and I'll get started. Let's see what we got. Nice. Really nice. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to cut the other pieces out, and we're going to get this stained, and we're going to put this easy wine box together. Okay, I got the last piece cut. Gosh, this looks so nice. Love the natural wood, birch, wonderful. Cuts beautifully. I'll leave the settings in the description. If you have a X-Tool P2S, these settings are perfect for cutting 6mm birchwood. Okay, I started using wood conditioner on the wood. Once again, this is birchwood, and I did get this from Home Depot. It's the 4x8 sheet, and I had them cut it down the middle and in 8 different sections for the 12 inches. My bed is 12 by 25, so that was perfect. So I'm using, I found this in Home Depot. It was recommended. It's Howard's Feed and Wax. It's wax polish conditioner, has beeswax and orange oil. I want to tell you, it really does bring out the natural wood if you're using natural wood. What I like about birchwood, you don't have to stain it to get its natural original beauty. And I'll show you what I mean, because you can see as I'm putting it on, although this does have different shades of the wood, and that's natural for birchwood. When I put it on, you can see that it gets darker. Now this one I did, but you can see how some shades of it does get darker, and it does have a very nice natural look to it. And all I'm doing is just lightly making sure I'm covering all the areas. And you don't necessarily have to do the inside because it's not going to be showing. So, and this is fairly simple to do. And I'm gonna, let's see, this is the back. Sometimes I don't know what the front and the back is because both sides are very nice, but the salesperson in Home Depot who cut my wood, he told me that the side that it looks like kind of rough on the edges, that's the wrong side. So that did help me in determining which was the right side. It's smoother. And once again, you don't have to use stain. That does skip a step. So I really like this, and I'll put a link. I did see this in Amazon as well. It's something like $10 or something, but it's a very large bottle, and it should last a good while. So look at that. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then we're going to start assembling the box. Okay, we're going to start assembling the boxes, and this is 1/4 inch birchwood, by the way. And I will put a link in the description of which piece I found in Home Depot. They do have the pre-cut sheets, but I believe if I wanted to go the full size of my bed, I went on ahead and had it cut. Okay, and I learned about the wood from the salesperson because he educated me about birchwood, which was the right side, the wrong side, the stain, what not to do. So it was really a good thing that I did do that. Okay, I'm going to use a hammer that I normally use for my jewelry. This really does get the fingers in tightly. And also what I want to do is also use the right side on the outside, because the inside you won't be able to see. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of Gorilla Wood glue is what I use to do this in here. And you don't really need it. The last one I did, the curve was perfect. I didn't have to change anything, and it just snapped right in. So this one, not so much, but that's why I use a little glue. But the other one, I literally did not have to use any glue. So I'm just going to get these pieces in and just put, let's see, I think I'll put a little on the inside of these, just a little. You don't need a whole lot, so that it can be extra security, because the wine bottle is going to go in here and we would not want this to fall out. Now you can use any type of glue that you want that's good for wood, but I find this one is good. Okay, so I just, you know, sometimes this is like a puzzle. You have to fit it in just right. And if it doesn't go in right, that's when I use my hammer. And you can pretty much hear when it's fitting in really nicely. Okay? And just lightly tap it. I don't know if you can see that, but it goes in so perfectly. Look at that. That's not going anywhere. And you can also use your cloth if you don't want to mar any of the wood. And it has happened to me before. Sometimes you just got to push it in the best way you can, or hammer it just the best way that you can. Okay? All right, I'm going to get my third piece. Just going to show you one more time. The part that is going to interlock, I usually use the inner, I glue the inner section, because that's the part that's going to really touch the fingers and hold it securely. Okay, and make sure I got this the right way. And I think I'll put a little on the outside of these two, just for extra security. I probably don't need it, but the way this file was done, it is interlocking, but this is just extra security because I know that there's going to be a bottle to go into this. And one lady gave me a good suggestion when I did my show at the winery yesterday, that she bought it. She actually bought this one. This is the first one that's sold. And she said she wanted to use it for when she goes to her dinner parties. And she wanted to bring wine. I said, well, how cute. What a nice idea. So I'm going to use that as my selling point. And also, it's a nice hostess gift. I probably would use a different type of wood for a hostess gift, because this is very sturdy. Okay. All right, I'm going to get that third one in, and I'll be back and show you what we got. Okay, I'm finishing up this last section. Usually that one's a little harder because you have to fit it in 3 different places. But look at that, it fits in so nicely. Okay, that's all it is to making this box. That's in there good. And I'm just going to wipe off some excess glue. That is all you do to this one. It turned out really nice. And I got this bottle of wine from the Red Winery, the vendor show I did yesterday. I'll show you how easy it slips in. It does hold a standard box of wine, a bottle of wine. And all you do is squeeze the handles and slip it in. It is a great, impressive hostess gift, or you can bring the wine to your event that you're going to go to, your dinner party. Okay. And once again, this is 1/4 inch birchwood. This file, I will put the link in the description. I found it on the Xtool Atom site. And the person who offered the file for free also has some type of template. I've never heard of it before, but it was designed for 1/8 inch wood, but I changed it to 1/4 inch very easily. And I really like the results of the 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm going to show you one more project that did very well at my craft show, and I'll be right back. And there's a piece in there. It keeps the wine bottle from rattling as it's traveling. And it just simply goes over the wine bottle and it fits in there real good. I don't know if you can see that, but that looks really nice. Okay, one of the other accessories that I figured out was a clock. And it's fairly simple. Fortunately, my laser bed, the height is only 12 inches. But this is a good size for a clock. I found this design on Etsy, I believe it is, and I just cut it out. And it's really simple. All right, so the back of the clock, the first thing you want to do is put, this will help hook it onto the wall if you want to put it on the wall, okay? And I'll put a link in the description. I found a company that sells 8 of these motors. I think it was like under $20, maybe $15, but I'll put a link in the description. The next thing you want to do is take this black ring that it comes with, and it has an indentation on the front side. I don't know if you can see that. So you want to make sure that's facing this. This will help tighten it when I do the last step, okay? All right, I made a hole, and all you do is stick it into the hole like that. Okay. All right. And the next piece you want to do is this metal washer. Just put that on there. And then there's a nut that you just screw this on. And I need to get a wrench this size. I couldn't find one, but I used my jewelry pliers to tighten it. And you want to tighten this as tight as you can because this will keep it from rocking back and forth or waddling back and forth. And if I had that wrench, I'd make this would be so much easier. I think I have one. I'll just try to locate it. And the tighter you make it, it'll stay straight. So let's get this as tight as possible. A wrench would really make it easier. But, you know, for all intents and purposes, that's tight. Okay? All right, so here's the fun part. The first thing you want to do is the hour hand. And make sure that's straight. Make sure it's facing up. And there's 2 grooves. I don't know if you can see the height of the groove. You want to make sure, without pressing this down, is to get that hour hand till you hear it snap. So it's in the first section. Each piece has its own section. Okay. Now this is the minute hand. Make sure that's straight. And you want to place that in the second section till you hear it push down, and if you can see, there's a space in between the 2 so it doesn't collide when it's gone around. Okay, and the last piece is the second hand, and I had the hardest time in the beginning with this, but as you can see, there's a little hole, and all you do is place this cover over the middle hand. far down as you can. Push it down as you can. You really don't need to press that hard because it goes down pretty good. As you can see, all three has its own space, okay? And I like to set it to 12. And let's put the battery in. Okay. And get that battery in tight. Yeah, once I have my wrench, I won't have to worry about this moving around so much. Okay, got the battery in. It looks like you need to do the plus side first and do the minus side on the back. And we have a clock. Look at that. Okay. All right. Well, this will conclude my tutorial or my video on the items that I added for my wine accessory collection. And there will be more on this series until I get my inventory built up. I just want to show how easy it is if you're afraid of making a clock. And if you've been putting off making a wine box, this one is really simple, very simple. There is a free design on Xtool Adam's site, and I will put a link in the description. And like I said, I just adjusted it for my 6mm birchwood because this is what I chose. It's a better quality box. And the first sale I got when I did at the winery, I got $50 for that box. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.